Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let I be me instead of playing games. For chasing fame, let somebody sweat the lack of flames. No, living my life to the fullest and shout out my halala to the fullest. Let my lungs out. I'm still rising up to greater heights as long as
Hello, Bonjour and Bonani. Welcome to Rise to Greater Heights Network, where you can turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. It is so significant to have a positive mindset, more especially under these circumstances. So this network has the potential to completely revolutionize every aspect of your life and career. My name is Dr. Riel Nkunene, and I'm going to be your host for today. So if you're watching us online, please feel free to put in the chat box where you're watching us from and what you hope to achieve from our podcast. Today, we are surrounded by greatness in the World Wide Web. We have amazing speakers who's going to share some nuggets on effective leadership. Effective leadership. So in Florida, we have Dr. Christy K. Taylor. And in Manitoba, we have Dr. Olori Shade. So at this moment, I'm just going to let our speakers to introduce themselves. So you can go ahead, Dr. Taylor.
Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Christy Taylor. I am a career and executive coach, and I specialize in supporting mission-driven individuals and organizations in the social impact sector. I am the founder of Work Solutions, LLC, creator of the Safe Space for Black Women, which is the Strategic Alliance for African-American Female Entrepreneurs, as well as the REBT DEIA framework, which I use to help individuals and organizations reach their potential. Thank you so much.
Oh, wow. You wear many different hats. It's an honor to have you, Dr. Taylor, and I'm looking forward to hear more of your message.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being with us. You can go ahead, Dr. Shade, and please introduce yourself.
Thank you so much. My name is Dr. Shade. I am the CEO of Leadership Synergy Institute. However, I like to define myself and describe myself as a leadership accelerator. I deal in hope. I call myself a hope dealer. The idea is that there's nothing that excites me more. There's nothing that makes me feel more fulfilled than when I see people or help people accelerate their lives and begin to live in their best version. So people call me a leadership consultant, but I'm a leadership accelerator, and I sell hope. Literally, I do it.
Oh, wow. You can truly tell that, we have such a powerhouse today. And the message for today, please just buckle on, because the flight is just about to take off. It's an honor to have you, Dr. Shade, and I am really looking forward to hear more of your message. So, Dr. Taylor, I have a question for you. If you happen to have your own billboard, I can see a billboard coming down there in the busy highway in Florida. What will your billboard say?
Well, if you had a billboard with my, what would the billboard say? That you could be the prescription for change. This is like my mantra. We pronounce our business Work Solutions, but it's WORXK, right? And the RX means prescription, as a leader, social impact professional, you have the power to be the prescription for change. And you'll hear me talk a little bit about that today.
Wow. You can be the prescription for what? For change?
For change, that we all have this innate ability in us to be these powerhouses and the prescription for change within our communities and within organizations.
What a profound billboard. Like I always say that, the change that you want to see, it must first begin with you. So that prescription it has been granted to you to be the change. Wow, exactly. What a billboard. How about you, Dr. Shade? Maybe your billboard is already down there in the busy highway in Manitoba. I don't know. What will your billboard say?
It's an amazing one. So my billboard will say, a dedicated mother and wife who loves God and prioritizes learning. It's going to go ahead to say she has received help
Wow.
and she rides through tides with confidence and is committed to helping other people with the same help that she has received.
Oh, wow, wow. What a billboard. You start by committing. Yeah, a committed mother who loves God. And then, once you put God first in everything, anything else that follows, it just flows. Wow, wow, what a profound billboard. So I believe my billboard will be the third billboard driving down the highway, and it's going to say what? The sky is no longer the limit, but now the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. And it's definitely coming. So we're gonna get started where we have Dr. Christy K. Taylor. Dr. Christy K. Taylor, also known as the Social Impact Career Coach, has assisted hundreds of clients in achieving their career goals. She is a military veteran and a certified professional career and executive coach with expertise in REBT, mindset, life, and emotional intelligence coaching. Dr. Taylor is the founder of Works Solutions LLC, where she specializes in providing career and organizational development, as well as resiliency coaching and workshop facilitation for mission-driven individuals and organizations, utilizing her signature REBTDEIA framework as a change management model. She champions Work Solutions LLC as the prescription for a mission-driven workforce. So Dr. Taylor empowers clients to reach their highest potential by providing supportive, accountable coaching and careers development services. You can visit her website at www.works with an X between xksolutions.com to learn more about what she's doing. So kings and queens, please join me and welcome Dr. Christy Taylor.
Thank you so much. So you're probably wondering, what does REBT stand for? I am not only a career coach, but I incorporate rational emotive behavioral therapy techniques. It is a cognitive model that when we talk about mindset, getting people to really identify those irrational beliefs, the foundation that shape your mindset or your negative thoughts, and getting off that hamster wheel and getting on the road to overcoming. So when we talk about my REBT DEIA framework, here when I work with organizations, what I focus on is when we talk about change within organizations and individual mindset, we have to identify those irrational beliefs. But within organizations in particular, having conversations about diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility can be very difficult. And the way that I work with organizations is if that we as an organization can overcome some of the pitfalls and challenges of implementing diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility into the organization, we can become a more resilient organization. So I just wanted to provide that brief explanation. But today, what I'm really here to talk to you about is being a prescription for change. And a lot of people don't know this about me, but not only am I a career coach, but prior to becoming a career coach, I was a health and history professor. So today, when I talk to you and talking about work, work takes, I'm sorry, that success takes work, and that's WORK, I'm going to do it from a historical context. So you know a little bit about me, and I have a question for you. What does Nelson Mandela, Leonardo da Vinci, and Eleanor Roosevelt have in common? Well, these remarkable individuals, they exemplify excellence in performance, resiliency, and open communication. They recognize their potential, they embrace their unique challenges, and they believed in their ability to make a difference. And if you're a leader in the social impact sector, it's not uncommon for us to get burnt out. And who am I talking to? My nurses, doctors, lawyers, anybody that's out here trying to make a difference. These three individuals, they use their lives to serve as a powerful reminder of how setting ambitious yet achievable goals can propel us forward. They understood that success takes work. So today we're going to talk about making a difference in our community, opening doors for others, building connections, and having an impact. You can be the prescription for change. Now, how do we talk about that? How are we going to discuss it? Well, with Work Solutions, I use a 5-frame coaching model, and it's actually based on the acronym of WORK, WORXK. The framework focuses on helping you to work towards goals, fostering open communication, resilience building, and excellence in performance, and that is EX, but we capitalize the X, and championing you to keep growing. So when it comes to working towards your goals and understanding that success takes work, you need to recognize your potential, be able to embrace your unique strengths and talents, believe in your ability to make a difference, and set ambitious yet achievable goals to propel you forward, just like our 3 examples. So we're going to start with open communication, because we already know that when you want to work towards your goals, it starts with you recognizing your own potential and embracing your strengths. So Eleanor Roosevelt, she was the first lady of the United States, and she communicated her value by speaking up and sharing her dreams of social justice and human rights. She tirelessly advocated for herself and others, seeking support and guidance from mentors and peers to champion causes like civil rights and women's issues by building a supportive network and encouraging open dialogue and collaboration. Roosevelt became a powerful voice for change and shaping policies and inspiring future generations. So my question to you as a leader is, how are you challenging others? Do you communicate openly about your value? Do you speak up, and do you share your dreams and aspirations? How do you advocate for yourself and seek support and guidance from mentors and peers? Because although we're leaders, we still need assistance. I always say the coaches need coaching. I have a cadre of coaches that I work with myself. And it's also important in terms of opening up that lines of communications that you build supportive networks to encourage open dialogue and collaboration. So far we've talked about the W, the O, and now we're going to talk about the R, which is resilience building. Now, we've all heard of Nelson Mandela, very famous. And during his fight against the apartheid, he embraced the immense challenges he faced as opportunities for growth. And despite enduring 27 years of imprisonment, he developed coping strategies to overcome setbacks and obstacles, maintaining his resolve and vision for a free South Africa, prioritizing self-care and mental well-being. Mandela sustained his momentum towards achieving his goal, eventually leading his nation to equality and becoming a global symbol of resilience and perseverance. As leaders in social impact, as leaders in our community, how are you embracing challenges? Do you look at challenges as opportunities for growth? When you're hit with a challenge, do you see it as a complete setback, or do you see it as an opportunity to expand, an opportunity to learn? As leaders, we also must develop coping strategies to overcome setbacks and obstacles. I once heard someone say that failure is a tuition that we pay for success. Do you openly embrace failure? Do you call it by what it is? Is it the tuition to get you to that next step? And if you're an entrepreneur listening in on this, remember, you might have to measure twice and cut 10 times, measure again, right? Don't be discouraged. Also, when it comes to being resilient, it's also important to prioritize self-care and your mental well-being to sustain momentum towards your goals. Be like Eleanor with open communication. Be like Mandela and be resilient. And once you become resilient, you understand the importance of excellence in performance, which brings me to my last person, which is Leonardo da Vinci, which we've all heard of, the Mona Lisa, and he is the painter of the Last Supper. 2 very famous paintings, and I know that everybody's grandmama at least has that picture of the Last Supper in their dining room, right? But the thing about Leonardo da Vinci is that he owned his success by embracing a myriad of talents and celebrating his artistic and scientific progress. Do you own your success? Do you stop and smell the grass? Do you stop and celebrate the small wins? owning your success and setting high standards is important. Leonardo da Vinci, he set high standards and he pushed the boundaries of art and invention. He strove for excellence at every endeavor, and he continuously sought feedback and opportunities for growth. Da Vinci he had a relentless pursuit of improvement that cemented his legacy as a paragon of excellence. So again, I ask you, as a leader, how often are you seeking feedback? Do you have a mindset of relentless pursuit that even though a setback may occur, that you're going to continuously pursue your goals? In the social impact sector in particular, it's easy for us to get burnt out because we can suffer from passion fatigue. We want to make a difference in our community. And I suspect that even if you're a leader and you're not in the social impact sector and you're listening in on this, that you have a passion for what you do. And so how do you use that passion and create a standard for striving for excellence by setting high standards for yourself and consistently asking for feedback so that you can achieve excellence in performance? And the last point I'm going to make to you is about the importance of keep growing. Why do I do the work that I do? Well, at the age of 37, I found myself starting completely over, and I faced significant personal and professional challenges. And I had to embrace a resilient mindset. And I navigated these obstacles, understanding that mindset matters greatly when it comes to us overcoming adversity. Now, this experience has fueled my dedication in supporting social impact professionals with their careers and resilience coaching, empowering them to be the prescription for change in their communities. So I encourage you to seize an opportunity to step outside of your comfort zone as a leader and to embrace challenges and change. Don't be afraid to take a calculated risk and seize opportunities for growth. Don't forget to invest in yourself and be proactive and seek out new challenges. Seek out mentors and role models to help you get to that next level. And as you build your seat, empower others, lift others up, and bring them along with you on the journey. Now, remember that in order to get where you want to go, mindset matters, and that you have the power to be the prescription for change. And so I'm so excited today. I've shared with you my social media information, but I am so excited to share with you this free mindset toolkit to get you started on your journey. There we have put together a bunch of different resources that focus on helping you to have and maintain the right mindset. And that includes the opportunity to schedule a 15-minute consultation with me where I will listen and answer any question that you have about navigating your social impact career and being the prescription for change that we know that you can be. Again, thank you for tuning in and listening to Success Takes Work. And Dr. Sade and Dr. Real, thank you for the opportunity to speak and connect with you today.
Wow, Dr. Taylor, just drop the mic. Just drop the mic. This is a drop the mic moment. You've shared all the nuggets really based on inclusive leadership. You've started mentioning that we'll have to be a prescription for change. Being a prescription for change, you mentioned that as a leader, try to communicate openly about your values by speaking out. That's the first step, that you speak up as a leader. And you've mentioned all these leaders. When you mentioned Nelson Mandela, you're speaking my language. Eleanor Roosevelt, you're speaking my language, because today we have the Universal Declaration of Human Rights because of Eleanor Roosevelt. I respect that woman who fought for us, and this is where we're standing today. And Nelson Mandela, I remember he once said that, to deny people their human rights is to challenge their very own humanity. And really, they just connect. And we've also mentioned that as a leader, you also have to seek feedback. Don't just believe in your own leadership, but believe that as you are leading this individual, you'll have to have an increased level of emotional intelligence as a leader. Just put yourself in those that you are leading in their shoes, so that you will understand what they are going through and how you can work cooperatively with them, because this is the only fuel for your own growth too. Wow, what a profound message. What a profound message. Thank you so much, Dr. Taylor, for sharing such a profound, much needed message. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So now from the US to Manitoba, Canada, where we have Dr. Olori Shade, renowned leadership consultant and a speaker. Dr. Olori Shade is a driving force in the world of professional growth and organizational transformation. Hold on, you see the speakers that we have today, it's like I'm reading the same bio for Dr. Taylor, really. So with a commitment to elevating expertise and inspiring leadership, she guides professionals, experts, and high performing individuals to break free from limitations and embrace their leadership potential and make a lasting impact. In her illustrious experiences, Dr. Shade has collaborated with diverse clients, fostering trust, nurturing connections, and inciting meaningful action. As the mind behind the Leadership Synergy Institute, she helps to establish environments where every individual thrives and leaders spearhead transformative change. Kings and queens, please join me and welcome Dr. Olori Shade.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I am excited to be here, and I'm going to get right into it. I know that if you're listening up here, you already have a leadership mindset. I know that if you're here and you tune to this summit is because you desire to up-level your leadership. So I'm going to go right into it and talk about how to awaken the unshakable leader in you. You know that you have potential. You know that you were made for more. You know that you are here to live a life of purpose. And that's the only way to rise to greater heights, correct? So this is going to be about stepping into true leadership so that ultimately you can build a legacy, because that's what leadership ultimately is about. So for the sake of time today, I'm going to be talking about three main issues. So we'll discuss three main points. All of them are driving you towards becoming an effective leader. And that's the whole purpose of this meeting. First point I want to talk about is I want to establish for you the very reason why you struggle with leadership anyway, and the need to overcome that through connecting your leadership to your purpose. What do I mean? Effective leadership only starts when you, one, understand, and two, embrace your purpose. There is no true leadership if you do not understand your purpose. There is no true leadership if you do not go ahead and embrace that purpose. The reason why we find ourselves running around in circles as leaders or in our desire to become more effective leaders is because we're not aligned. Once you're aligned with your purpose, authenticity becomes easy because you're passionate about it. It's something that oozes out of you because you're not faking it. It's not something you read in a textbook. It's a life you're living, right? So when you operate from a point of purpose or from a platform where you're living a life of purpose, it's very easy, so to say. It's easier to live a more effective leadership style and purpose. So this connection is crucial between leadership and purpose. I don't want you to forget that. Once you're able to make that connection, you have a solid ground. And that's where you get your strength to persevere. Because how many of us know that there's going to be challenges? Dr. Christie was talking and she said, failure is the currency we pay for learning or something like that. Or that's the way at least I understand it, that you're going to have to fail to learn. So when you're working in purpose, you're not working in fear of failure, because actually what other people will term as failure is a lesson now on how something is not going to work, right? And then you know how to do it better next time. How many of us know that we learn more from the things we fail at than the things that we succeed at? Success is a poor teacher, right? Failure will teach you. Failure will set you in line, because then you know, hey, I've been burned here. These are the things not to do. And that helps you to focus on the things that you are supposed to do. And that is where your strength and confidence lies. So I'm going to move to number two. So number one, do not forget, you have to connect leadership to purpose. Okay. Number two, knowing fully well that you're going to have these challenges you have to have an understanding of how to break free from limitation. So one of the things I enjoy teaching a lot is about how to overcome imposter and self-doubt. Now, the way to break free from limitation is one, you have to acknowledge to overcome. Acknowledge that you're going to have limitations, you're going to face challenges, you're going to face failures, whatever they are. I say fail fast, learn fast, right? The more you fail, the faster you learn the right way to do it. The faster you learn how it won't work and find the way it will work. So fail often. Fail often. There's no leader here. There's no leader in the world who's going to teach you authenticity and leave out how many times they failed, because it's in that failure that you learn. It's in that failure that you leverage and begin to understand the things that work for you and the things that you're really good at and the things that you need to focus on. So how are you going to break free from constraints? You need to acknowledge them to be able to overcome them. A lot of these constraints and challenges, honestly, are self-imposed. Some of them are imposed by society, and we won't go into that because society knows how you should live your life, and they want to insist on certain things that they expect from you. But all that create limitations around you, and you need to be able to break through all those limitations to actually thrive as an effective leader. So every time you find yourself in self-doubt, every time you find yourself operating in imposter syndrome, it can create a significant barrier. But once you recognize these feelings, you do not let them define you. So you have to recognize them, right? And then reframe those negative thoughts. How do you do that? You remind yourself of who you truly are based on your purpose, okay? Number two, or on how to break limitation, number one is acknowledging to overcome. Number two way of breaking limitation is to develop strategies that work for you. So when these challenges come, when these uncertainties come, how do you manage them? You have to develop strategies, find things that work for you. What works for me will be different from what works for Dr. Christie, will be different from what works for Dr. Real, will be different from what works for each of the viewers, right? Because there are people who work on affirmation. You speak to yourself, you tell yourself, you remind yourself of the things that you are and the things that you know and you do well. Find what works for you and utilize that strategy. Some people have a trusted friend or mentor or coach they can call and say, hey, this is what is happening. Can you speak to me? It could be a leader or a religious leader, anyone that works for you, someone you can just call up and say, this is what I'm going through. What do you say? And the person has a way of calming you and just resetting you. Dr. Real was talking about mindset and the impact it plays in leadership. A lot of times, once the mindset is messed up, you find yourself, even the things that you know for sure, suddenly you're incapable of doing them. But once you get to a situation where there's a reset, either through someone else speaking to you or you speaking to yourself, or you just have a process. I have a friend with whom we've developed a self-care kit. And once she adopts that, she's back to her A game and she's able to process properly. So find what works for you and use it, okay? Now, remember number one, purpose and leadership. Number two, break free from limitations. Number three, embrace the inner leader in you. There is a leadership in you. There's something screaming to show up inside you. You need to embrace it. How do you embrace it? Number one, step up and show up in your power. Show up unapologetically. I want when you enter into a room, occupy space. Do not be afraid to embrace your unique qualities and stop hiding from things that you think are disadvantages. Because you see, unfortunately, most of the things that we shy away from showing out to the world are our unique strengths. They are your unique personalities. They are the things that set you apart. And I hope I'm not yet going over time here because I can go on and on because I get really excited and passionate about this. Being who you are and being unapologetically you is what attracts the right opportunities to you. Don't worry about the people that don't resonate with you. Don't worry about the people that misunderstand you and want to assess you by their standards. The people who will support your vision, the people who need you to become the best version of themselves, they'll find you. They'll be attracted to you. So walk into a room and shine. and just show forth who you are and what you carry. Not in an arrogant manner, just being confident in who you are and what you truly know and what you bring. And stop waiting for permission to shine. The next thing you're going to have to be able to do, if you will embrace your inner leader, is be ready to move beyond the normal. I say to people all the time, true leadership is moving beyond the ordinary. You have to be able to go into a legacy building mode. Okay? It's going to require vision. It requires courage. It requires a willingness to take risks, right? Because you're creating something that is enduring and impactful, something that is beyond you, something that will better the lives of others. So you have to be able to do things that are really not considered normal or ordinary. Okay? Yeah, somebody needs to turn off my mic because we're going to be here for the whole day if I'm not restrained somehow. I'm going to encourage you here. I have a gift that I want to give to you if you are interested in developing the best version of yourself and you want to be able to sit down and articulate what are the things that you need to work on about yourself and how to become a better leader, a more effective leader. I'm going to ask you, follow me on my LinkedIn and or Instagram account. It is at Leadership Accelerator. I'll drop it in the chat once I'm done talking here. It will be Leadership Accelerator. That's my handle on both Instagram and LinkedIn. Follow me on at least one of them and then inbox me the word planner. I'm gifting you a Leadership Accelerator planner today. I want to help you leverage your journey into effective leadership. I thank you again for your time. I'm excited to connect with each one of you. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for sharing the stage with me, these great ladies, this morning, and God bless you.
Wow, Dr. Shade. Oh my goodness. You know, you've shared all the nuggets on success principles, on how you can actually connect leadership to your purpose. You've mentioned that you'll have to awaken the leader in you by aligning with your own purpose. And you've mentioned that it's okay to fail. You can fail so many times, but through all those failing attempts, you're gonna learn a lot from that. And you also mentioned that we'll have to develop our own strategy, find what works for you as a leader and just go for it. And lastly, I love the way you've mentioned that you'll have to embrace your inner leader, be who you are. Don't try to be in an environment that will change who you are, but instead, like I always say, that try to be the change in that environment, being the impact in that environment instead of being influenced by the world around you. And you've mentioned that we should be able to move beyond ordinary. And you know what? I was just taking notes after notes, and I'm going to go back and watch the replay because this is worth listening, really. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for such a profound, much needed message. And I believe our audience really, they've been inspired through your message. Thank you so much. So to our audience online, oh my goodness, like I'm on fire, like I'm a forever student. Like today, I've just learned a lot from both speakers, and I believe our audience online, they've also been inspired. So to our viewers online, please feel free. If you happen to have any questions for Dr. Taylor, if you happen to have any questions for Dr. Shade, I almost say Shade, please just drop your questions in the chat box, and then we're going to be able to attend to your questions at the end of the podcast. Just drop every question. Let me see who is with us online right now to see. Oh my goodness, our audience really, they've been really, really inspired. I can see Mariah Cox, she's saying leadership, and she's giving us all the fire as if like it's a rocket about to take off. And I can see Annalie Benoit watching. I can see Jarvis Bestman, and he's saying great family that are making a change in society. And Annalie is giving us all the love that we deserve on this platform. And Jarvis is saying that that's right, speaking for others, challenged yourself and finding support network. That's the word, having relentless pursuit. And I can see Adoka Paul Emmanuel, he's saying that mindset always matters. if you want to go higher. Mindset always matters if you want to go higher and grow higher. And Maria is saying that inclusive leadership, you know, our audience really, they've been really inspired. And Stella Goodwill, he's saying that purpose, find your purpose. Benoit is giving us all the love. So our audience, they've been really inspired. They've been motivated by all of your messages. So thanks to both of you, really. And right now, you know, it's not going to be a show without me showing up and showing off. I'm sorry, but yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to be the next and final speaker. But before I speak, what I'm going to do, let me see if I can share my bio with you, and then I'll come back and speak. I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights, because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. Really, my goal as a mentor or as a coach, it's so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other potential obstacles that you might be facing, and then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to pursue success and drive sustainability. I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. Mom. So I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights.
Dr. Nampumelelo Rial Kunene is an international human rights policy analyst who consults on policies and procedures related to human rights compliance. She is a highly sought-after, energetic, certified Lace Brown international speaker. This passionate leader holds a PhD with a discipline in leadership and business. Dr. Rial N. Kunene is the author and host to Rise to Greater Heights, a book and YouTube channel to turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. She is also a coach, mentor, and an MC, well known for encouraging many to rise from mediocrity into greatness. Her vision is not only to motivate, but also to empower audiences with a fresh perspective inspiration they require to pursue success and drive sustainable outcomes. In a seriously funny way, Dr. Kunene is an award-winning author, 10 times #1 Amazon and international best-selling author. Her #1 best-selling book, Rise to Greater Heights, has inspired and empowered many to pursue their personal and professional passion to become go-getters. As a trainer, diplomacy protocol officer, and strategist, Rial believes that we are in full control of our choices. Her mission is to meet the needs and transform lives of her clients and her audience. She is also a true advocate for creating new policies that uphold human rights and prevent human rights violations. Dr. Kunene's purpose is to teach everyone about human rights and help organizations understand and promote human rights. Her goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs, then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. This change maker, trailblazer, and revolutionary is pushing boundaries and creating a real change worldwide. Like a phoenix that never accepted defeat and rose from its own ashes, she wants to challenge you to unleash your greatness and rise to greater heights. Dr. Rial N. Kunene wears many hats. As a professional certified sales manager, CEO, certified travel counselor, publisher, medical esthetician, philanthropist, and a commissioner for oaths, following her dreams gave her purpose to see her goals through and understand that she does have everything she needs to reach her full potential. Her everyday message is that your journey to be a better person starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core will make you understand that you are the only one who can accomplish your dreams. Hebrews 11, Psalms 27 and 40 keeps her to rise to greater heights. The sky is no longer the limit. but now the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Kings and queens, please join me. Welcome, Dr. Rial N. Kunene.
Wow, thank you so much, amazing speakers. You know, following after you, really, you've just set the bar high for me. So I'm like, what else is left? What else is left really to share around effective leadership? Like Dr. Taylor, she mentioned everything on inclusive leadership. She said that as a leader, communicate openly about your values by speaking up. And then Dr. Shade on the other side, she was like, she said everything on success principles. Awaken the leader in you by aligning with your purpose. So I'm gonna share on the attributes of effective leadership. I know our speakers have already touched kind of, you know, some nuggets. They dropped some nuggets around attributes of effective leadership. So I'm just gonna pick the ones that I feel like, you know what, you'll have to listen to this. So if you can please write it down on attributes of effective leadership. The first attribute of effective leadership is vision and purpose-driven. Vision and purpose-driven, because great leaders really, they always have a vision. Not only does a good leader view a situation as a whole, but they are passionate about their work, and also they are committed enough to achieve positive results at any given cost. So effective leaders, when they are challenged, they don't give in so easily, but they are always excited about the idea of where they are going and what they are trying to accomplish. So leaders should also be purpose-driven, self-driven leaders, because if you are a purpose-driven leadership, such dedication is required, since it instills a sense of responsibility in the team members to work harder in wanting to achieve better results for the company or maybe your business. You really don't have to see the whole staircase, kings and queens, to get to the top, but you need to take the first step to get to the top. As my mentor always say, that you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to become great in life. So get started today and acquire knowledge around effective leadership. Effective leadership goes with honesty and integrity, because the supreme quality of leadership is unquestionable integrity. Great leaders, they exhibit integrity at all times. Without it, no success really is possible. If you're not honest, if you don't prioritize integrity in that business, you're not going to go far. So remember to lead by example in everything that you do. As a leader, lead by example, and make sure that your organization, it reinforces the importance of integrity to leaders at various levels in your organization, to see how fair one can be when everyone around them is being dishonest. So another attribute of effective leadership is decision-making capabilities. Decision-making capabilities, because a good leader isn't simple empowered to make decisions due to their position. But economy goes on to recognize that great leaders, they know their limits and involve other voices and perspectives into their decision-making. So all leaders must occasionally make difficult decisions, you know, decisions that require an authority and finality that will not please everyone. So it's a wake-up call, kings and queens. It's a wake-up call to apply those, attributes of effective leadership in your role. It's a wake-up call. But when that alarm clock goes off, please, don't ever hit the snooze button. Don't be like, I will wake up in the next 2 minutes. I will wake up in the next 4 minutes. You know what? Forever is a long time. Why don't you wake up, get going, and be creative? Be creative, because creativity and innovation is an attribute for effective leadership. So as a good leader, you must be ready to transform your creative spirit into an innovation that sets you apart from the rest. So it's up to you. It is up to you to think outside the box. You know, when issues arise, just think outside the box, because the thing that separates a leader from a follower is that a leader is always creative and innovative. They are always creative and innovative to come up with unique ideas and turn those ideas and goals into a reality. So in order for you to join the elite club of good leaders, you need to focus on results, on what must be achieved by you and as well as your team. Kings and queens, like I always say, that you really, you can't give from an empty cup. You can't give from an empty cup, but you need to fill up your cup first. And then from the overflow, you're going to be able to share with the world. But if your cup is empty, you won't be able to share with the world. So it's high time you fill your cup with the knowledge around effective leadership. fill your cup first, and then you're going to be able to go out there and help your employees and help your co-workers as a leader, because a leader is not the one who has secured maybe a commanding position in that firm, but you must have all these qualities that I've mentioned to focus on the needs of your company and the situation that you're facing, because great leaders, they focus on strength in themselves as well as in others. They focus on strength in themselves as well as others. Why? I'm glad you asked that, because if you lack some of these qualities that I've shared today, then you might struggle to make it to the mark of in the world of leadership. So apply all these attributes that I've shared today in order for you to make it to the elite club of of leaders. As flight attendants always say that, you know what, you'll have to put on the oxygen mask first before you assist the person who's sitting next to you. Because if you don't, trust me, when that flight goes down, you will definitely go down, because you failed to put on that oxygen mask first on yourself. So it's high time you put it on, so that you are able to lead with grace, so that you are able to increase that level of emotional intelligence in your leadership. Because the reality is, your journey to be a better person, it doesn't start with your neighbor. It doesn't start with your spouse, maybe with your co-workers, but the reality, your journey to be a better person, it starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core, it will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach your full potential. So don't ever give up on your heart's desires. Just recall this, just in case you can't find your way, that you can have the drive within you to become what you really want in life. I am a firm believer of affirmation. So we're going to affirm this together. We're going to affirm this together as if we are taking an oath, by placing our left hand on our chest, and then we're going to raise our right hand. Let's just do it together and affirm it by placing your left hand on your chest and raise your right hand. And you're going to say, I can have the drive within me to become what I really want in life. Can you say it one more time, as if you have faith in your own powerful voice? And guess what? It will echo throughout the whole universe. Say, I can have the drive within me to become what I really want in life. Yes, just give yourself a round of applause, because you can have the drive within you to become what you really want to be in life. You can have the drive within you to get where you want to be in the next 3 months. The drive is just inside of you. It's not from the outside of you. It's so funny how my mom and dad gave me this beautiful name, Nompumelelo. And I know many, when they try to say my name, they always butcher my name. But Nompumelelo really, in my own language, Nompumelelo, it means mother of all success. So you can see that I am really, really challenged to chase after success. No matter what comes my way, I'll have to chase after success. So if I may ask you, how many of you have dreams and goals that you want to achieve? Maybe let me say in the next 6 months. I know myself, I'm one of those. I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights, because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. So as a coach or as a mentor, like many of us here, my goal is so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other potential obstacles that you might be facing, and then design a plan of inspired actions to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. I so wish that you can just tell yourself that you've had enough. All these amazing speakers have shared all the nuggets that you really want to improve on your leadership. Apply the attributes of effective leadership. I so wish that you can just tell yourself that, you know what, it's high time I go out there and be the change. But in order for you to go out there and be the change and make a difference in your community, in your loved ones, to those who look at you as an inspiration, you've got to be hungry. You've got to be hungry, like a hungry lion in the jungle. Really, that hungry lion in the jungle, it doesn't matter what kind of animal comes his way. It doesn't matter if you're that giant elephant or that small squirrel by the jungle. All that hungry lion sees in front of his face is lunch. Yes, it's lunch. And it's so funny though, because even with elephants, what they do when they see a lion is that they run. It's all about the mindset. Once you believe, you become. They already told themselves that, you know what, I'm a lion, I'm a lunch to that lion. So each and every time I'll have to run when I see a lion. I believe we need that lion mindset that will tell ourselves that, you know what, I am the king of my own kingdom, because no one told me, but I believe it's the mindset thing that I carry. Everywhere that I go, I believe that I am who I am That's the lion mindset that we need in order for us to be the change, to make a difference. Because I believe that we all rise together, and we rise by lifting each other up. We don't rise by tearing anyone down or maybe stepping on another person to get to the top, but we rise by lifting each other up. You know, it's so funny. When I was in the eighth grade, I was nicknamed Phoenix. I was nicknamed Phoenix. I'm going to cut the story short here. I was nicknamed Phoenix after writing a composition using the idiomatic expression that says, I arose from the ashes like a phoenix bird, meaning I became successful again. Really, that English teacher, she didn't know that the nickname Phoenix, it resonates with me. And it also aligns with my destiny. So for those of you who don't know the phoenix bird, the phoenix is a Greek mythological bird believed to rise from its own ashes after being buried like hundreds of years ago. This immortal creature acquires new life by rising from the ashes of its own ancestor, which represents our capacity for vision and success. I want to encourage you, if you're watching and listening under my voice today, that when your world comes crashing down, wear your scars to show how a phoenix feels like to die from inside. And trust in your own capability to rise from your own ashes, since the phoenix has to die, burn, and experience pain before resurrection from its own ashes. Please write this down in conclusion. Resilience to greatness. Resilience to greatness. And I know you've heard this before, that your setback is your setup for your comeback. Your setback is your setup for your comeback. So if I can be honest with you, I don't know what goals you've set for the next 6 months. I don't know what dreams you have for your own future. But here's one thing I know about you. You are destined for greatness. Inside of you, God has put seeds of excellence. Those seeds are supposed to grow and flourish. But many people have become crippled by their past encounters, and some have stepped over other people to get to the top. But I believe that we're all destined for greatness as long as we follow God's strategy. This is when the growth commences, because discovering your gift and following God's idea, it will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach your full potential. My everyday inspiration, Mr. Les Brown, who once said, if you had to die today, at this very moment, at this hour, what dreams, what visions, what goals, what skills, what talents, and what books will die with you? And the late Dr. Miles Monroe continued saying that the richest place on this planet is the cemetery, because that's where all the goals, all the visions, all the skills, all the talents have been buried. Honestly, I don't know about you, but with me, listening to all these amazing messages, I remember it did something within me. And that was when I told myself that, you know what, I'll go confident in the directions of my dreams, because I have everything around me to reach to my full potential. So this year, I'm also determined to rise to greater heights with as many motivated individuals who are maybe ready to start, grow, and scale their businesses within 90 days. Or maybe you're that individual who started writing your book, and then you were like, you know what? I don't have time for this. You decided to put it aside. You know what? I'm here to tell you that yes, you can still write that book and publish a #1 bestseller book, and that book is still gonna be selling while you're sleeping. So if you're that individual, really, I offer a free, no obligation 30-minute friendly Zoom consultation call, which will allow me to kind of, find out more about the issues that you're experiencing, and to also see if you are a perfect fit for any of my programs that I offer, because really, I don't work with everyone, but I work with individuals who are going to be a perfect fit for any of my programs that I offer. So if you're interested in becoming maybe a public speaker, an author, a coach, or maybe that entrepreneur who just want to multiply your income by doing what you truly love, what you're passionate about, and making a real impact out there, I just want to empower you. I want to empower you to become a highly effective and an inspiring leader with a personalized, scalable, and measurable program. So go on my website at www.risetogreaterheights.com and book that free consultation call with me. And yes, everything I do in business, really, it comes with a guarantee. For whatsoever reason you sign up for one of my programs and it doesn't work for you, it's 100% money back guaranteed. So why don't you just give it a try and see if it's not going to work for you? But trust me, I'm using the same system that I've used to build an income generating business. So it's definitely going to work out for you, because my ultimate goal is that you feel extremely confident about your purpose. So we will take it one step at a time, and you are definitely going to transform. If you give me your why, I will show you the how. How cool is that? So this consultation, it offers accountability, education, growth, as well as success. And you might have to ask yourself, why is she doing this? Why now? Really? You know, I've been there, I've done that. I remember myself 5 years ago, I was completely lost in the hustle. I was exhausted, I was overwhelmed. I remember I had ton of ideas, but there was no tried and true strategy to run with those ideas. So it was only when I invested in coaching and then I created my first premium offer, then things started to change. I built an income generating business, just doing what I truly love, what I'm passionate about, and making a real impact out there. So now it's your turn to build your own wealth, because you know what? The power is just inside of you. So go out there on my website, www.risetogreaterheights.com, and book that call with me. Because you know what? Growing up, I didn't have much in life because my father decided to have an early departure from this planet Earth. And I thank God that I missed that flight, because I'm still here. I'm still sharing my message. I'm still impacting as many lives as much as I can, because I had everything because of my mama's love. And I love you, love you, love you, love you so much, Mom. So I think whosoever say that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Amazing speaker. So at this moment, please feel free to share with the audience your final thoughts on effective leadership, how our audience can reach out to you, how they can work with you, and please share again your freebie that you want to offer to the audience. So Dr. Taylor, the stage is yours, Queen.
Well, Dr. Rell, I just want to say that was so powerful of a word. And I really enjoyed the perspective that you shared on embracing the journey. And, you know, I was looking at some information that you had, and you said the sky is not the limit, right? That we're going beyond. And I do want you to know that I am also inspired by Les Brown. That is actually where I get that saying from, that failure is a tuition that we pay for our success. He's actually a member of my church, and he used to come in to speak, and he would say that to us. So I want to say thank you for the opportunity to be here today. Dr. Sade, you were so inspiring as well. I really love the fact that you talk about just really embracing that journey too, right? And not being afraid to really be yourself, and, you know, not worrying about what other people have to think about you, but go forth in the power that you know that God is giving you. So when it comes to reaching out to me, I've shared my information in the chat. We have put together a powerful Mindset Matters toolkit that if you're someone who is advocating for social change, we know that those of us who work in social change, and Dr. Real, you do your human rights advocate, we know that we can suffer from what is called passion fatigue, that we are so overwhelmed with wanting to make a difference. So our heart and emotions is just in the work that we do. But we have put together this awesome toolkit along with several other toolkits to support social impact professionals with their career journey, as well as becoming more resilient and focused leaders. This particular toolkit is our free Mindset Matters toolkit, but you can explore our website. It's full of great information. I've also shared my Facebook. You can find me across social media at Work Solutions. That's WORXK Solutions, across TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. And again, thank you for the opportunity to be here today. This has just really been so mind-blowing. You're on mute, Dr. Real.
That's me right there. I always talk, and only to discover that, oh, I was muted all the time along. I'm saying thank you so much, Dr. Christie. I believe that our audience really, they will reach out to you, and they will work with you, because we need, you know, in life, we just need an accountability partner who will just hold your hand side by side and guide you all the way. So thank you so much, Dr. Christie. And to our audience online, please visit her website, www.work. Let me spell it for you before. It's WORXKSolutions.com.
Remember, guys, that X is the RX means that you can be the prescription for change, right? Okay. So the RX, we are the remedy, we are the cure.
Wow, wow. So go out there and reach out to her. You need her. You need someone who will just grant you the prescription for change, and you already have it. You already have it. So she's just going to hold your hand side by side and guide you all the way. Thank you so much, Dr. Taylor, for being with us. You can go ahead, Dr. Shade, and please share with the audience.
been amazing just sharing the stage. It's powerful. And I'm so grateful for opportunity like this. Your messages are powerful, they resonate, and I hear the passion and the desire to change lives in your voices, and that is awesome. And in the midst of greatness, and that is powerful. So, final thoughts before we start today. I'd just like to remind you, the viewers, to become an effective leader, you have to be able to hold your back, set boundaries. That's how you create a healthy environment around you. That's how you can operate in integrity and reliability. Because people are going to see you respecting yourself. They're going to see that you have non-negotiable. They're going to see how you hold yourself in honor, and they're going to understand that you expect that. Okay, that is non-negotiable if you're going to become an effective leader, and if you're going to find yourself succeeding in turn without the okay, and things you always think things we do as leaders is not for right now, it's for the future, it's for the legacy, it's for the lasting impact you create for others in our community. That said, I run the Leadership Accelerator program. It is a powerful, powerful place where you can get your mind educated, you can get your visions fleshed out, whether it be career, whether it's personal life and goals. You want to become a coach, you want to become a course creator. I have my background in academics as well. When Dr. Christie was talking about being a professor, I was smiling here because I am a university professor, interestingly, in microbiology. But it's a long story how that translated into leadership consulting. But it was more from being driven to seeing people who I knew could be more, just struggling in one position. Some of my best students graduated, some of my best postgraduate students graduated and were struggling. And I said to myself, this can't be. And I know the capabilities that these people carry. And that's how I started my first mastermind and got them around, and we'll discuss and expand, and I'll put things in there, like help them hone their skills, the leadership skills. And I watch them transform before my very eyes. Please get in touch with me. I do offer a free consultation call, leadershipsynergy.ca, leadershipsynergy.ca. Or if it's easier for you, just connect, like I said, on IG or LinkedIn at Leadership Accelerator. I would love to sit with you. I'd love to see what are the desires and the dreams that you have and how we can actualize them, whether in your career, in business, or in speaking. I'm a professional speaker as well. I'm on the Speaker Bureau, and I would love to be at your event. If you have one where you're looking for a dynamic keynote speaker, please drop me a message. I'll be excited to contribute.
Oh, wow, Dr. Shade. Yes, our audience really, you've inspired, both of you have inspired me. So I believe that our audience really, they will reach out to you, and you know what, they will sign up for your programs and get started in life before it's too late, because we need someone who will just wake us up and be like, hey, it's a wake up call. Get things done this way before it's too late. So kings and queens, go out there and reach out to Dr. Shade at www.leadershipsynergy.ca. That's her website. And yes, you can connect with her on all social media platforms, and reach out to her. Reach out to her before it's too late. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Shade. Thank you so much, Dr. Taylor, for being with us. I know we are all busy, but for you to spare this 90 minutes to be with us here on this platform, really, we don't take it for granted. We are so honored, we are so humbled, and we want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, amazing speakers. And to our audience online, thank you so much for joining us here at Rise to Greater Heights Network. where you can turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. I hope from all these amazing messages, from all these amazing speakers, you've been inspired, you've been motivated, and you are ready to rise to greater heights. So do join us next week at the same time, same place. Thank you. Merci. Siyabonga.
Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let I be me instead of playing games. For chasing fame, let somebody set the lack of flames. No, living my life to the fullest and shout out my halala to the fullest. Let my lungs out. I'm still rising up to greater heights as long as